Hey guys, what's going on? Coming at you with a Wednesday morning video. So today I'm going to talk about a stock I currently do not own, but it was headlines of yesterday after hours. Nflx was a company that reported after the bell. Obviously, yesterday we had a very green day in the market. We rallied throughout the full the full day. It kind of just, if this is the beginning, it kind of sold off in the beginning and just kind of slowly rallied up towards close. And then, this is 4 p.m. Eastern time. And, Nflx stock at least went like that. But I'll explain in this video why it did that, my thoughts. The ticker for Nflx is Nflx. Like I said, I do not own this stock. It's always been super rich in my opinion and kind of overvalued. I just never really felt like it was a good stock to buy. Nflx at the bell before they reported, it was 348.60. And after the bell, when they reported, it shot down 25% after hours, that's a massive move down. Currently at 8 p.m. Eastern time, it closed at 250.58.90. Who knows when it opens tomorrow? I bet you it's going to have some more pain, even though 25% drop is a lot. I could see it going sub 200. Not tomorrow, maybe tomorrow, but excuse me, I've recorded at night. So this morning when the market opens, I don't think it's going to go sub 200 today, but I do think over time, if we have an aggressive Fed rate hike, we have bad earnings. Earnings obviously kicked off last week with the banks, and we have Apple, Tesla reporting today. We have a bunch of things. Microsoft, like all the big tech, are coming out in the next week or so. So if we get some misses or some pain with expectations, I could see this just sympathy selling under 200. If it's under $200, it's something I would maybe be interested in, but really there's so many good deals in the market. Obviously, this is not a position I hold. I already hold 17 stocks, so I really like trying to keep it under 15. So I would really have to find it very attractive to buy and then not see many opportunities in the market from where I'm at. Like if all my positions are fully built out, which they aren't. I just started one with NVIDIA, if you guys have watched my previous video. So I'm more focused on stuff like that. NVIDIA reports soon too. So we'll see. But if it makes sense, I would not say no if it's under 200. But at 258.90, for me, it's a little too rich still. But if you're a shareholder right now and you're like, I would not swing trade this. I would not day trade it. Like it could go up or down. I could see it going either way. The reason being it sold off so much is because they lost subscribers. They lost 200,000 subscribers, which is a pretty large amount. This is the first time they've ever gone backwards in a decade with subscribers. So, obviously with the pandemic, people were stuck at home. They had nothing to do. So they're like, let's maybe subscribe to Netflix to give us something to do. Netflix did over the past 2 years roll out some really good Netflix exclusives too. So they just it was like, striking lightning in a bottle. It was a perfect situation for the stock. And obviously as things start opening up, restrictions are, the mandates are lifting and people kind of want to get out and travel. Netflix Q4 or Q3 of 2021 did say they're going to raise their subscription a couple dollars per month, and they're going to crack down in other countries of people sharing accounts. So all that, with higher rates, cracking down on sharing, and the world basically opening back up, especially America, it was just a perfect storm to now lose subs. So that's a good amount. I think Netflix is going to be in a world of hurt all year, in my opinion. So I could see next quarter, because now it's turning into, the spring and then summer. So people usually get out of the house in that time. And, as things open up and things keep lifting restriction, it's just going to be a tough ride for the next couple quarters for Netflix, in my opinion, until they find its bottom, they find their footing, and then from there they'll find their shareholder base. You might get some value investors buying in this stock eventually. So that's just my opinion what's going to happen. But right now, personally, I would not start a position at this, even though a 25% drop looks really tempting. But I think there could be a lot more pain to come. They did beat EPS, so that is good. But they did miss on revenue. So between this and losing subscribers and then seeing this headline, it really freaked people out in the stock. So again, it's one I'm not like jumping ecstatic about. It broke basically all the news like CNBC, and it's going everywhere. So I just thought I'd share my opinion on this stock. And if I'd buy it, no, I really wouldn't. And now if I owned it at this, everyone's situation is different. But if I owned it prior to this drop, I'd probably just sit tight. I mean, I wouldn't sell it obviously, but I wouldn't be like focusing. There's so many other better deals in the market that are beat down right now that you should be taking advantage of in this, because this might continue to sell off in my opinion. Like if I had to guess if it's going to go up or down in the next month, I'm going to go down from this price. So I think it might hit sub 200. So I'm just going to wait. So thoughts on Q1 earnings of 2022. So obviously the banks reported last week. I did speak on behalf of the banks. They said the consumer spending, people have a lot of money still in their savings, and it was kind of a surprise. This, I wouldn't say, some people are like, oh my God, are all the earnings gonna be bad? Because of Nflx, they were just one of the first ones to report other than the banks. This was such a pandemic play. I think you can't really base all Q1 2022 earnings off the stock. Apple might have some pain because, they have super high comps. Apple's been slowly selling off, but some stocks that are beat down like Square, PayPal, those two in particular that are really in my mind. They're like large caps. They're already beat down. They lowered their comps. I think because the bank said consumer spending strong, they're going to have easy comps to beat in Q1. So I think they're going to rally up. If I had to guess, I don't really play earnings, but I think stocks like that are going to kind of bounce back a little bit because they had really hard sell-offs in Q4 earnings. So we'll see. So I think it depends on what you're in, but I think it's gonna be like a mixed bag for Q1 because there's a lot of uncertainty, and it really depends what you're in. But yeah, so that's kind of my thoughts on this. Dow finished yesterday up 1.4%. S&P finished up 1.6%. Nasdaq finished up 2.1%. So we had a full green day between all the indices. My portfolio finished up 2.15, so I beat all three. So. Usually, obviously, because of what I'm in, a lot of growth stocks, a lot of small and mid caps. So obviously, if we have a green day, I'm usually more green than green, and if we have a red day, I'm more red than red. So nothing crazy. Tesla reports today. I don't know if I said that earlier, but that's an exciting one. So that's kind of where I'm at right now. I'm kind of sitting tight. I'm going to be patient. If one of my stocks that I really like I'm going to have my eye on Square. Stocks that I'm willing to average in a little more, but the rest of this week, I'm going to be very patient. I'm going to, put the cash in the account, be patient. If there's a big market pullback, like if the QQQ goes under my Fibonacci retracement, 338, right? So that's a 23% Fibonacci replacement. If the QQQ goes under 338. So if you don't know what the QQQ is, it measures basically the NASDAQ. So if it goes under this amount, it actually did Monday, and I bought PayPal for $99. So if it hits this retracement again, I might buy a little bit. But right now, the QQQ I think is like let me pull it up. The QQQ is at 342.89. So that's way off the 338 mark. So not really interested in buying it right now. But if it does go down there, I will be probably shopping around for more stocks, just because I don't think it's really going to go much below that, in my opinion. Let me see where I'm at here. I can roll through some of my stocks that had a good day today. Yeah, I have time. All right, so some of my stocks that had a good day yesterday. What had a nice day? Carnival had a 4.25% gain. It's great. What else had a big day today? Robinhood had a 3.91%. That's really good. That was kind of like my turnaround play for the year. I might have bought it a little too early. My cost base is $17. It's at $11.42 now. That's okay. I'll actually hold that long term if I will not sell that stock unless it's positive. I was hoping it would turn around a little quicker, but we'll see what happens. What else had a nice day today? Palantir had a 5.43% return today. It's great. What else had a good one? Space, I'm in that, a very small position though, like one of my lowest position stocks, but had a 6% return today. Square had a 4.53%. It's great. Voyager had a 4% too, which is great too. So, I'm still down 50% on my position there, but that's fine. It's a really long-term hold. I think they'll be just fine in the future. Let's see, just for the heck of it, what Tesla is doing. This was obviously shot the night before, but pre-market, it's kind of sitting around 1018. Yeah, that's okay. I mean, it didn't really have, it did sell off a little bit towards close, but I'm sure people are just antsy on the earnings. So yes, that's my thoughts on Nflx. That's kind of what I'm doing with my portfolio. I'm just sitting tight, being patient, waiting for opportunities. Obviously, if any of my big holding stocks go down for earnings for whatever reason, I will probably most likely buy. So just more shares for me and put them in the filing cabinet, and I'll make out quite well, I think, in the future. So that's all I got. If you guys like this video, sub, like. Till tomorrow, thanks for letting me get over 700 subs. Let's try to get to 800. And till tomorrow, peace.